enough on the situation, the war in Ukraine. So let's get into that now and bring into the conversation Oleksii, who's Ukrainian ambassador serving as the government's special envoy on sanctions, joining me now. What is the latest, as you understand it, in the Donbass and indeed in Mariupol? Good morning to you.
Good morning, Nick. Russians are amassing its troops in the east of Ukraine. Mariupol is under siege, and we protect the city for 2 months. City is practically destroyed, completely destroyed, and Russians continue shooting at civilians, continue sending their bombs and missiles to all over Ukraine. So nobody is safe in my country. And unfortunately, Russians commit war crimes and continue killing civilians in Ukraine. This is where we stay.
Other parts of your country that Russia have tried to take over and have failed, have they moved on now, not to return? Or is the situation, Mr. Ambassador, very fluid?
The situation is very fluid. We are holding our lines. We try to advance in some of the areas. Russians are fiercely attacking. But this is a war for independence of Ukraine, and we defend our soil against this unprovoked invasion and the genocidal war.
Your army, and indeed your civilian armies as well, how are they off for supplies, military supplies, Mr. Ambassador?
This is key that we get military support from our partners. Actually, all diplomats or Ukrainian diplomats all over the world, they go with one message. We need 3 things from our partners. First, weapon. Second, sanctions. Third, financial support. And let me tell you why weapon is that important. We have Russian troops shooting from the skies. We need more anti-aircraft support. And we also need artillery to fight Russians back on the ground. So weapon is key. Second element, sanctions. We need to tighten sanctions because sanctions work only in mid or long-term perspective. But from what we see, Russian economy is contracting to some estimation to 30%. The debt, Russian foreign debt is raising, so Russian economy is suffering and Russians feel the burden of those sanctions. But third, financial support, why it is important. Ukrainian economy, wartime economy is contracting even more. And about 40% of Ukrainians lost their job. Over 4 million people left country, and over 6 million today Ukrainians are internally displaced persons. So we need financial support too. Summing up, sanctions, weapon, financial support, that's what we need from our partners.
On the weaponry, you'll be aware that Britain and the United States are preparing to ship NATO standard weapons to Ukraine. Joe Biden, the president, announcing howitzer artillery cannons will be sent to Ukraine. Meanwhile, the German Chancellor says he's not prepared to go it alone and is not sending arms. Your reaction to that, Mr. Ambassador?
Well, you never walk alone, as we know, but Britain and United States, Baltic countries, Poland, Romania, they show leadership in delivering that support for Ukraine. Some of the governments say, guys, you are fighting for us instead of us, so we will provide weapons to you. I would love more German leadership in this case. So we expect that Germany changes its position and provides us with more support.
Lastly, Mr. Ambassador, you'll be aware that the British Prime Minister Boris Johnson is under a lot of pressure here domestically for his alleged behaviour during what we called lockdown. Do you think it's important he stays in post during the war?
From what we saw from Prime Minister Boris Johnson is real leadership. And UK is one of our most important partners, along with the United States and Baltic states. So that support that we have from British government today, and that solidarity from Britons, this is absolutely fantastic. So we appreciate it very much what Britain is doing to help us to win this war against Russians.
The very best of fortunes to you, Mr. Ambassador. Look after yourself, and best of success to you and your countrymen and women. Thank you. Oleksii Mikheyev, Ukrainian ambassador serving as the government's special envoy on sanctions. A little late to the news, 7:47.